Make sure to check out my Patreon for exclusive videos never before seen on YouTube. And don't forget to also check out the memberships on my channel page to join and gain access to perks and see videos early. Make sure to click the subscribe button and hit the bell and be notified of new videos. All the support goes to the production of the channel for better content. Now let's get into the video. Real quick shout out to all the members that are there on the screen. Go check them out. Go give them a like, subscribe, show them some love and support. Also, if this video gets over 250 likes, I shall continue the series. Thank you all for the support. Let's hit 20,000 subscribers, and I will talk to you all later. Alright, you guys, we have now reached the end. Thank you all for all the support for this series. I really do appreciate it. Now, if this gets to 250 likes, I'll be very happy. Now, also be prepared for the movie if you want to watch the whole thing without having to go to a new video. Also, be prepared for the next What If. I really appreciate all the support. You guys are the best. Let's reach 20,000 subscribers. Hope you guys enjoy the video. We now cut into the Tournament of Power. Now, a lot of the events in the beginning are going to be the same. Now, looking at Goku's team, as we know that Gohan is going to be the quote-unquote leader. Frieza would still be recruited by Goku, as Goku knows that Frieza is very powerful. Now, since there is no Majin Buu and there is no androids, this means that we are going to have to use Goten and Trunks, as they are very powerful in their own right, and you could even argue that even Yamcha could come along just as an extra hand to help around here and there. But pretty much the team is relatively the exact same, but they are short on numbers, which would make it more difficult for the tournament. A lot of the fighting would go the same. The only difference here is that Goten and Trunks, they don't know the fusion dance. But I do believe that, especially with Goten training with his father for all these years, since Goku never died truly and went to the other world, that means that Goten would have had more time to train with him, even though Goku neglects his children. I feel like Goten and Trunks could potentially easily reach Super Saiyan at this point, and I wouldn't be too far-fetched to see that maybe Goten and Trunks can go Super Saiyan too. That wouldn't be too much of a far reach out there, considering the potential that Goten and Trunks have. So that is how powerful they're going to be. They have the power to become Super Saiyan 1 and Super Saiyan 2. Now, as for Gohan, Gohan did slack off, but he would still have his fight with Piccolo beforehand, and he would regain his strength, being stronger than the original. Now, this means that he's stronger than the original Super Saiyan Blue Goku in the Tournament of Power, so Gohan is really powerful. Now, skipping over a lot of the fights, this is when Goku would then meet Kale and Caulifla. Now, they would have their little sparring back and forth. It's just that Goku would have never gone Super Saiyan Blue when he was attacked by Kale. Goku in base form would have handled her not much of an issue, but he would be surprised to see Jiren flying past him and knocking out Kale easily. Now, because of this, they would back off on their own right. Goku would then go around, but then the main fight, as Belmont said, was Jiren. Now, Beerus was extremely confident the entire way through, because he knows how strong Goku has become, not to mention the fact that even when he first became a god, he was able to beat Beerus to a stalemate. Now, the only being that he might be a little bit worried about is Jiren, and the other gods of destruction, they do know of a mortal who is as strong as a god of destruction as well, that there might be two beings that have reached that realm of power, and it was Goku and Jiren. Now, the fight would begin. Goku in base form would already be pushing Jiren, as Jiren would have to start blocking. They would go back and forth trading blows, but Jiren has not used his full power yet, as then Goku would then transform into a Super Saiyan, as Goku here would start fighting Jiren to a stalemate. As Jiren was shocked that this mortal and the Saiyan had so much strength, and he doesn't know how did he get so strong. And Goku states, well, I got stronger because my friends. Well, it's completely different to Jiren's strength. As their battle would shake the entire void, the Grand Priest was shocked that this Saiyan had so much power swelling within him. It's absolutely astounding. And the fact that they haven't even touched the iceberg yet, as he knows that Son Goku here is not even trying yet. Now, Goku here, he's going to drag out the fight for as long as he can. Now, Jiren being pushed this far would break his limits and go into his limit-breaking power. Now this, he would start to overpower Goku a little bit, but Goku here would quickly power that off, as he would go into his full power state in his Super Saiyan form, basically using the full power of his Super Saiyan state, and he would start to overpower Jiren again. Now Jiren is running out of options. Toppo and Dispo would then run into his rescue, both using their new forms, as Goku would overpower them quickly. Now you would argue too that Vegeta himself would be in Super Saiyan Blue. Now this version of Vegeta is far more powerful than the original, and he would take care of Toppo and Dispo and let Kakarot handle Jiren. But now of course Goku would then charge up a full power Kamehameha, and he would knock out Jiren, Dispo, and Toppo quickly. Universe 11 was absolutely shocked that he knocked out 3 of their strongest fighters that quickly. It was terrifying. Now Beerus of course was dancing around, making fun of him, saying how, wow, yeah, those are your guys' strongest fighters, not against my Goku, no way. My Saiyan's the strongest. Now the Grand Priest was actually getting a little bit annoyed, as he states that this mortal has far too much power, it's dangerously high. As he would actually communicate with Whis via telepath, and he would ask him, saying, Whis, you have trained the Saiyan, right? What is the limits of his power, have you seen? And Whis would actually laugh and state that the last time he fought him was actually a little while ago, and they fought in this gravity room, and Goku was actually able to overpower Whis. When he actually went to his full power, he was able to start overpowering Whis. Now this actually surprised the Grand Priest, as that's not supposed to happen. A mortal having that much power is way too dangerous. Now of course, you can argue that Frieza, not getting overpowered by Dispo and everybody else, he would actually have a really good fight with Hit, as they would start trading blows back and forth, Frieza being really powerful, as he would train harder in Hell, because he knows of how strong Goku was and how easily overpowered him. Frieza would start to overpower Hit. It would be a really cool fight, and Gohan would even go after Hit as well, teaming up with Frieza, and they would start to overpower Hit in their debut. Now with Kale and Caulifla, they would still fuse into Kefla. Now Goku wasn't necessarily exhausted, but he would fight the 2 Saiyans that have now done the fusion. Goku was actually kind of excited to fight a fusion, but he sees that they're far weaker than what Jiren and them was, so he would fight them and drag the fight out a little bit to see their utmost limit, as then he would quickly use a Kamehameha wave and blast them off of the arena. Now that's it, realistically. Most of the other fighters, other than the strongest ones, were defeated. So Goku can easily just let the rest of the Universe 7 handle it, as Goku would just go around fighting people, back and forth. He was actually really bored, as the Tournament of Power would then end, with them knocking out the final opponent, and that was it. The Tournament of Power was over. Universe 7 easily won. They had plenty more. But now, what now? Well, since Goku did technically win, Gohan's theoretically the leader of the Tournament of Power, so he theoretically will get the wish. But now, before he could, the Grand Priest stopped them. And he talked to Zeno. He said, my lord, there is one final challenge. They can use the Super Dragon Balls, but there's one final fight. Do you want to see it? Where I will actually fight the Saiyans and the rest of the Universe 7 for your fun. Now Zeno, being childish, would say, yeah, that sounds awesome, let's do that. And oh my goodness, the problem is that the Grand Priest is not going to fight for fun. He's going to fight to try and kill him. And Whis was actually really concerned. The Angels were, but what can the Angels do? They can't team up against their father, so they bow down and stay out of the way. Now Goku was confused, as the Grand Priest would then float down towards them, as Goku would then wave at him, but he noticed something's not right. As then, the Grand Priest would then give a powerful blow to Goku's stomach, as Goku's in base form, blasting him through the Tournament of Power arena, as it would crack the entire arena, splitting it apart. The rest of Z-Fighters were shocked. Now all of them were fully healed by this point, as Vegeta would then transform into a Super Saiyan Blue, and Gohan as well. They all of them would then team up to fight against the Grand Priest. But all of them had no chance against him. The Grand Priest was blocking all their punches with just a finger, and it was infuriating. As then, being pushed like this, the Grand Priest explains that he's going to destroy Universe 7, as this cannot happen. A mortal having that much power is not allowed. Vegeta would then power up even more, pushing his limits further than he's ever gone before. As now, you guys might not have noticed, but Vegeta has been training with Beerus for the longest time now to use a power to catch up to Kakarot, which Beerus would not be too adamant to teach him. Now because of this, Vegeta has learned to use Ultra Ego early, Considering how much more powerful Vegeta has gotten, considering the motivation of how strong Kakarot is to him, he can easily learn Ultra Ego a lot quicker. Because of this, he would begin his fight with the Grand Priest, and he would start to lose again. Even though he had Ultra Ego, he far surpassed the God of Destruction at this point. It's still not enough to defeat the Grand Priest. Even though they're trying everything in their power, the Grand Priest is just toying with them, as the Grand Priest wants Zeno to at least have fun, because if he just kills them all instantly, then Zeno will get mad and he'll just erase the Grand Priest. He doesn't want to do that. So he would just toy with them until Zeno gets bored. Then he'll say, all right, my lord, well, let's fight one last time. Then he'll kill them all and say, oh, they unfortunately passed away. But now Goku finally got up, as we secretly healed him and told him, saying that, look, you need to go defeat him. He's never seen his father act like this. Maybe he's just frightened or afraid for the first time in his life. That maybe you should knock some sense into him. Goku would then go into his full power, powering up to his max potential. As Goku would have the purple aura around his body and the purple hair, he would then fly in and deliver a shocking blow to the Grand Priest's face, blasting the Grand Priest back. As Goku would then continue to attack the Grand Priest was blocking every single one of its attacks. With his Ultra Instinct, Goku cannot hit the Grand Priest, no matter what he did, though he was close to his power. As the Grand Priest would laugh and state, oh, without Ultra Instinct, you can never keep up with me. But now Goku remembers what Whis was saying about the Ultra Instinct. He knows what it's about. He's been trying to learn it from Whis, but he hasn't been able to unlock it yet to push past that barrier. But now the Grand Priest would then charge up a massive Ki Ball attack, and he would throw it right towards the Z Fighters, as this was going to kill them. Goku would then catch the attack and use all of his power, but then he would fall into the attack. But now because of this, Goku would finally shatter his limit and unlock Ultra Instinct. With this power, Goku would then awaken. He looks very similar to his original full power state, with the purple hair, but the aura looks more like a purplish Ultra Instinct power, with of course the red silverish eyes. He would then fly in and continue his assault on the Grand Priest, as the two would begin trading blows back and forth, as it would shake the infinite void, shattering time itself. Goku here was finally able to catch up to the speed of the Grand Priest. But even though Goku was still running out of power, as he was exhausted from fighting the Grand Priest, he would then lose the form, and Grand Priest would grab him by the neck. And the Grand Priest was furious that he would even think about making him bleed. That's never going to happen again, as the Grand Priest does have some battle damage, and he even has a nosebleed from Goku. He would then just about to end Goku and toss him to the ground, as Goku begs for everybody to give them their power. Give him all their power. As all the other universes have been brought back, they would all raise their hands and give Goku their energy. Even Jiren, charging up to his full power, would give Goku the power that he needs. Vegeta, Gohan, the hundreds of other fighters all know what to do. They would all give Goku their energy. Even the gods of destruction would give Goku their power. But the angels wouldn't do it, as they cannot disobey their father. The Grand Priest would be furious that the gods of destruction would go against him. But Beerus didn't care, as he knows that he was gonna die anyway. Now Goku would stand there and be in his new Ultra Instinct form. His muscles were bulging as he was powering up to the max, taking all this energy in. He was almost like the sun. Now the Grand Priest was utterly shocked at what happened, as Son Goku would then charge in a full power speed, shocking everybody as they couldn't even see it. And he would deliver a powerful blow to the Grand Priest's stomach, blowing him apart like he did Broly in Dragon Ball Z. And all the Z Fighters can see is a massive light. As Goku would then open his eyes, he was in a pure white void, as standing before him was both of the Zenos. Now they would tell Goku, saying that that was a great fight and they're really proud of what he did. But the power that Goku just did broke the infinite void. But Zeno states that since you gave us such a good time and you're a good friend, we'll repair everything and you can use the Super Dragon Balls to whatever wish that you want. So the Dragon Balls appeared in front of Goku, who looked down at them, and the dragon then appeared. And Zeno states to grant any wish you want. Goku would state that he wants everything to return to normal, and for Zeno to help out with the Grand Priest being a little bit grumpy, please. And then the dragon would then roar and fly into the air. Goku would then open his eyes, and he would be back on Earth. As everything was brought back to normal, all the universes were brought back, peace was finally restored. Goku would then walk out seeing all his friends preparing for a party with tons of food after winning the tournament, as Lord Beerus and even Whis was there enjoying food. Goku was happy to be with his family and friends. Now as for the Grand Priest, he would have a big word with Zeno, as the Grand Priest was furious that a mortal defeated him. As Zeno scolded him and told him if he ever did something like that again, behind his back, he will destroy him. As then the Grand Priest would then walk away, having an angry, evil smirk. And that is it for this What If series, you guys. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think of it down below. About Grand Priest kind of turning a little bit rogue here. I really appreciate it. You guys are the best. Let's get to 20,000 subscribers, and I'll talk to you all later.